Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Recap Mania and the Recap Network proudly presents to you its Recap Mania Tag Team Champions of the World, the rival, myself, the 210 boys. We got Retro Relapse. We got Randizzle. We have the Recap Maniacs. Is somebody wants to take Billy Guns?
And if you're not down with that, and you don't drink Topo Chico, then fuck you.
How did
You
I not
gotta
know you're
do
gonna
it.
pull that one off today? How did I not know you're gonna pull that off today?
I'm always gonna rep Topo Chico until just like the refreshing drink. I hope give me a sponsorship. Topo Chico, it's flavor in a can.
So what's up, guys?
Isn't it Mexico in a can?
The recap mania doesn't associate with retro relapse on this one right here.
Already,
Keep your
already,
negativity to yourself over there.
already. Nothing negative about Mexico in a can.
All right. But again, always thank you for tuning in live. Another Thursday night edition of the Recap Mania Season 2, Episode 10. If you're watching live, Twitch
10. A
or YouTube.
motherfucking 10.
And of course, you watch live, Twitch, YouTube. If you want to watch back, Twitch, YouTube at the handle Recap Network still, I believe, right?
Still for now. We're going to make that announcement here in a minute.
That's nice, nice. And of course, Spotify with video, iTunes at the socials, at the Recap Mania. Huh?
So, as mentioned, he asked me if it's still the Recap Network. It is. But just so everybody knows, you can now do youtube.com/at Recap Mania. Recap Mania now has its own YouTube. Coming WrestleMania, y'all have got a month to get subscribed because after that, we're going to start going live over there on our own YouTube channel, Recap Mania. We'll still be on the same Twitch. If you're tuning in on Twitch, you don't got to do nothing. Same bat time, same bat channel. But if you are a YouTube watcher, make sure you go over to the Recap Mania YouTube, subscribe over there.
Nice, nice, nice.
Well, guys, of course, we come in cutting the intro promo kind of the way the New Age Outlaws would do it. And that's what we're going to talk about this week. Your homework assignment from the librarian was 2 promos. You can throw in a third if you want, if you just can't choose, but we want to pick promos that were meaningful to us and also had some kind of impact on wrestling. So that's what we're going to kind of get into today. We won't deep dive into them because, of course, we've only got a 30-minute show. There's 3 of us. We're giving 2 each. So hopefully we'll go, 5 to 10 minutes each. Then we'll get each other's takes on the promos, what we thought about them, and we'll rock and roll from there. So without further ado, I'll just get into it. For my first promo, I guess we'll do it one at a time. Go around the board and we'll wrap back around. I'm going to take y'all back to King of the Ring. And Jake the Snake Roberts just lost. Of course, Jake the Snake at the time is reformed. He found God. All that fun stuff's going on. And then, of course, Stone Cold happens. And the infamous Austin 316 says, "I just whipped your ass."
What?
He cuts his winning promo for winning King of the Ring. And
What?
Of course, Texas, Stone Cold's autograph right back here on this Budweiser can right here.
What?
That man was the epitome of wrestling for me at that time.
What?
And it completely changed the landscape. He completely gets rid of, he breaks the mold, of being the ringmaster completely. Now he is Stone Cold Steve Austin, no doubt about it. And the next day at Raw, just Austin 316, Randy 316, Fern 316, Cody, everybody had a sign that says whatever the fuck you want it to 316. And good luck if you went to shows back in the day. Good luck actually watching the show and not staring at the back of somebody's sign.
Hey, so just to quickly cut you off, I'm gonna share my screen because I think you're gonna want to see it. Cody's talking about. About to let me know if you can see it, Cody. Yep. All right. Well, this is the promo he's talking about. You hear him cussing. You hear him bringing up ad and all this good stuff. That's almost like the beginning, and we're going to talk about, I'm sure, another promo that started. I mean, the Attitude Era and on how it's going to evolve from here. And of course, your main stars are Stone Cold, DX, the Nation, The Rock, everyone, shit, even all the random
Rock
characters
says,
you have. But
The Rock says,
shut your mouth and know your role. But I'm gonna jump. Just over the WCW side of things, and I'm sure if we're talking about Attitude Era, we're about to see again another promo change the landscape of wrestling. I'm about to share it right now. Gonna have to fast forward it.
Hulk Hogan is here! Hulk Hogan's here! Hulk Hogan is in the
This is
building!
WCW.
Give it up, sir! Is he the third man?
Here it is. Oh, you think he's gonna stop the Outsiders? Nope. This is the turn.
Is he the
Here,
third
fellas.
man?
This is the turn.
What the hell is going on here? Hulk Hogan!
I remember this. They started throwing trash in the ring at him and everything.
Yeah, yes. That's it. Too Sweet's about to start. It's not started yet. It's just a high five.
You kidding me?
Third member of the Outsiders. You don't know about the New World Order yet. It's not. It's about to change the landscape of
Let's
wrestling.
get everybody in the building. Oh my God! Career of a lifetime. Right down
Dusty Rhodes on the commentator. It's a career of a lifetime. You're about to throw it away, Hulk Hogan.
We are not going to even acknowledge that career. Now what happens now to WCW?
Where is that?
But he may be. Excuse me.
Here it is.
What in the world are you thinking?
Look at all that trash. When you're gonna get kicked out from throwing trash into the ring.
The first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
And then when you watch the interviews later on, you hear about like how Hulk Hogan was having a real hard time figuring out if this was gonna work, if it wasn't. And this is the speech that said he knew he made the right choice right here, because Hulk Hogan, the Hulkamaniacs, was a money grab.
I think that these people here
WWF all the way to
the world
WCW.
have had just about enough
Let's
of
see.
kidding me. Well, the first thing you gotta realize, brother, is this right here is the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
There it is.
Two men right here came from a great big organization up north. Everybody was wondering who the third man was. Well, who knows more about that organization than me, brother? I made that organization of ours. The name Hulk Hogan, the man Hulk Hogan, got bigger than the billionaire Ted.
I'm gonna stop sharing, but you get the point. This is the birth of New World Order, and just like Stone Cold's promo that Cody mentioned, the next day. I mean, and granted, everyone had a hard time grasping that Hulk Hogan had just went heel. It was the first time ever in his whole career. This is something, and if you watch back and you watch this, you can see people crying. Kids are crying. Grown men are crying that Hulk Hogan has just turned his back on all of his fans, and he's telling everyone to shove it, to realize that he, Scott Hall, R.I.P., and Kevin Nash are the future And in just a few short months, they really are. They take over the business, and this is the beginning of the Monday Night Wars, where WCW ratings just skyrocket, and this changes landscape. This changes the landscape of wrestling more so for WCW because Fern never watched WCW, or maybe he dabbled in it here and there, but nonetheless, it's got eyes. I remember when they used to give free tickets away just to go to the shows. Go see WCW. Right after this, you couldn't buy a damn ticket with NWO running the
They were
show.
selling out everything.
Exactly. So that's one of my favorite promos, and it's given by the Hulkster himself, where he turns into the Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and you got the New World Order with the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. That's the change in the landscape right there.
I'm gonna be straight up. If it wasn't for that change in landscape, we wouldn't have the glorious attitude area that we have with WWE and what WCW presented. So kudos to the New World Order, to Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan for really changing things up. And I would love to know if there was some talks about that between the companies when that shit happened originally. Because if Hogan was that good or good enough back then with those people, with McMahon and everybody, like there had to been some cahoots of what was going on. Like we were about to tear this shit up and we're about to wake everybody up. But regardless,
I
there
think
was a lot of money made.
Somebody just knocked on my door. I need to go check my front door. I'll be right back.
Sure, for sure.
What is that? He who
Open
shall
door
not
to
be
strangers.
named? Is that he who shall not be named pulling up? Trying to pull a me and you? Come on now. We did this one already, Cody. Come on, dude. You can't run that back.
And I know you said you think it was cahoots, but if you watch interviews with Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, everyone who is, still part of the company right now, with even Jim Ross and Jerry King Lawler, like, I don't think it was ever in cahoots, because this is a moment where WWE or WWF was essentially like, they were circling the tank. They were still doing old things, outlandish gimmicks, that 80s gimmicks, Doink the Clown, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Earthquake and Typhoon, stuff like that. And they were saying, like, we could have lost our jobs. It just so happened that the Attitude Era kicked off, DX and Stone Cold and the Rock kind of just, I think their promos were a lot better than WCW. WCW just had like a bigger following because of the NWO and essentially took over that company. And that was essentially their downfall. Package. The belt? Is it the belt?
Should we do an unboxing live?
Say that just happened right now. That's too coincidental that we can't have a show without Cody trying to do a swerve. Are you really serious that happened right now?
Fuck. I wish you could see my thing that says out
See
for
UPS.
delivery. Look, there's my alert that it just got delivered.
Did you pull a 2-for-1 Karen special? Is that what you just pulled?
Watch, they sent me the same one again.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Hope you ain't gonna get it. I hope you don't get it. Movie. Movie, Fern. You remember that shit? You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. I hope you don't get it.
That's fine. You hope
Next
that
Friday?
I got the exact same one again so that you can just take that as a gift.
I don't know. The bad looks pretty mysterious. Kind of. No
Bro.
label.
Again?
Same one?
Again.
Dude. Wow.
Hey,
They don't know what
You know what? You know what? And thank you, UPS, and whoever he bought that for giving Cody the reaction of Cody's sad looking face on live.
Be sure
live stream.
to catch it back again on YouTube and on SwitchBot so you can rewind it and see Cody's face in disappointment.
That is the face of someone who doesn't drink Topo Chico. Okay.
So fuck
in all realness, I don't know how mad you are, and if you want us to take over the show,
Dude, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, you notice I'm being quiet right now because I'm
Yeah.
fucking pissed.
That sucks, dude.
I wonder if the picture on the where you bought it from, the number that it pulls up is that one right there, and you just gotta tell them, hey man, you sent me the same belt again. And maybe it's just the wrong number. And maybe maybe you need to write it out, spell it out for them. It's the New Japan Pro Wrestling belt, guy.
Not the NWA belt. Dude,
Jesus
that is
Christ.
hilarious.
I mean,
That
thank
is
you for sharing that moment with
hilarious.
us, Cody.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
was wow, man. I feel very bad for you right now.
I'd be pissed off. I'd
I
be
feel
real
very
pissed off.
bad for you right now. But man, that's a good TV.
Hey, are you about to drop a promo on Amazon?
No, it's not Amazon. You gotta drop the promo on the seller. Amazon did his job because they hit it right. You're doing your show. I got a belt for you. Show it off. Nope. Nope.
Like,
Maybe it's time you got to start watching NWA, bro. Maybe it's just a sign. It's a sign from the wrestling gods.
what the fuck, bro?
So
$100. Whoever wants an NWA belt.
We're gonna
$100.
auction this off in chat. Auction it off in the chat.
It even has the NWA.
That's crazy, dude.
That's
crazy.
disappointing. Go ahead and drop that fire promo right now on the seller. Go ahead. We'll give
Let's
you your
get 'em out there.
3 minute promo. You get your
Let's
3 minute
get them out
live
there. Let's make them
promo.
live. Let's make them live. Let's get them lit.
Go ahead and you think about it. You go ahead and think about it before you hit that promo.
No, I think he's
We'll
looking
let
for the.
Fern.
He's
We'll
looking
let
for the
Fern.
name.
We'll let. I
No,
was like,
we're
we'll
gonna
let
go
Fern
straight
go
up.
to
I
his,
think he's
his
looking
next
for the name.
promo.
Oh, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Talk.
Okay, so I guess for the sake of time, I'll do one of my two. Well, I really wanted to do both of
Round
them,
robin
but
it. No, we're round robbing it. We're gonna go right back around. We'll get it.
oh, we're gonna go back around. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna fast forward because I know we talk a lot of throwback, but I'm gonna do a little bit of kind of throwback, not as far back as you guys. One that was near and dear to me growing up watching this guy was one of my favorite wrestlers, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, everybody know how crazy he was, and he's just a roided out, cocaine out, cracked out wrestler that just ran around in circles and got everybody wild up. It was good stuff. But his was this promo's from Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 30, 2014. This is his final promo. The night before, in WrestleMania 30, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And the next day, he came out on Raw, and it had been like 18 years since the last time he was on TV wrestling on Monday Night Raw. So, it was very fitting. And I'm gonna quote this one that he said, the biggest part of his speech: "Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. His lungs breathe their final breath. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the body of others and makes them bleed deeper and something larger than life, then his essence, his spirit, will be immortalized." And I really feel
Died the
like
next day, right?
and
He died the next
he
day.
passed away the following Tuesday, coming back home. He lived in Arizona from that, and it's just crazy that you cannot write that kind of legacy story where you're able to give your last words thinking like they may be your last, and then they end up being your last. Because I'm pretty sure he talked to whoever on the plane and maybe said something to somebody of his immediate family, but to really throw that out there that gave me chills. Like, yo, it's somber but never truer. And to be able to see that he was able to go back and bask one more time in that place that gave him relevancy, island of relevancy, fucking Roman Reigns. Yes, it was all. I feel like I'm reading out of like a church book with this stupid journal I picked up for like $1. But yeah, yeah, that one cut steep, man. It's crazy. It's maybe minuscule to others, but yeah, that one cut deep, dude.
That was an awesome promo.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that he passed away the next day, I'm super glad that they were able to bury the hatchet because, of course, him and Vince hated each other for a good while.
Yeah.
You want to see that promo? You want to see it live?
Oh,
Share the screen.
sure.
Give me 1 second. I believe I have it.
The memory of
see him like very hard, like sad and overwhelmed with feelings.
Some warrior spirits, and you will do the same with them. You will decide if they lived with the passion and intensity. So much so that you will tell your stories and you will make them legends as well. I am Ultimate Warrior. You are the Ultimate Warrior fans. And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever.
Nice. So very, very emotional speech, and again, sad that a few couple days later passes. So
Day later.
that's a good send off. That's a good send off. A day later, right? That's a good send off
Yep.
to kind of bury the hatchet and to live be immortalized forever.
W. And they're cutting this vignette because USA has sent the WWE a letter. Hang on real quick, because my son just turned up the TV and now his cartoon is super fucking loud. Sorry. Just hang on one sec.
You're fine. Didn't they send them? Didn't censorship of TV? This is the big time when censorship was a big thing, and I think they sent them a cease and desist letter.
Cease
The
and
WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember because I remember they had the letter and he shoved it up his nose, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Appreciate you helping me set that up. So, of course, then Triple H is sitting there with his paper. I wish I still had it in front of me so I could tell you exactly what he said. But it was something to the extent of, we will not say bitch, shit, fuck. And Triple H is like, hey, watch your mouth. And he goes, oh, shit. And Sean's like, fuck. And but it's all, they're beeping it every time. And Triple H, or I'm sorry, Shawn Michaels, of course, ends it with, and again, I did not sleep with that young intern. We were up all night. And,
Look at there. He is the showstopper right there. The icon.
And of course, WWE releases the D-Generation X VHS tape. And that tape starts with that promo unedited. And that, again, Stone Cold started kind of the Attitude Era of cussing and stuff like that. And that just fucking took it next level. And of course, then you have Godfather, you have Hoes, you have Puppies, fucking Sable,
The
Jacqueline,
bra and panty matches.
showing,
You got the bra
showing
and panty matches
chi-chis.
and stuff.
Yeah, bra and panty, like,
Showing chi-chis.
yeah, DX was that catalyst that like sparked all that, and it just blew up.
I think, to your point, Stone Cold started the like cursing and stuff, and DX started the degenerate acts of lewd stuff. So definitely started that the raunchy era of the WWF. Good times. That's probably still my favorite era, still unreplicated to this day.
No matter
I know
how
we
many
talked about
times they try.
Yeah. I know a couple of episodes ago we talked about like that era. Even if you were a lower tier character, everyone had storylines, man, and they were all the headbangers. Mosh and Thrasher with LOD had just came at Legion of Doom. The Oddities. You had these little random little things, and everyone had something going on that you still wanted to watch. Everyone was interesting. The characters were there, so nice. Often imitated, never duplicated.
Question:
for sure.
Did y'all subscribe to the Raw magazine?
I did
did.
not.
I did.
I have them all at my parents' house. All of them. There's a good chunk, like a good 40, 50.
Are
them
some of the
just sitting
pages
there.
stuck together?
Nah, they were torn out. They were torn out and hung on my ceiling. Nasty. You're nasty.
And
You
by
pervert.
ceiling, he means the ceiling in his bathroom.
You pervert.
You're nasty. No, they were above my bed so I can look as I slept. Nasties. Your next promo.
I thought you were next.
I'll go. This is more of a recent one. This is when just the WWE era with The Miz and Daniel Bryan, and this is when Daniel Bryan is retired.
Nice.
This is when they had a lovely talk show called Talking Smack
Talking
after
Smack.
SmackDown. And this is what I think what really hits this promo, we're about to get into it, is it's part real life, part characters, right? And everyone knew in WWE, Daniel Bryan did not like The Miz. He publicly criticized them while he was an active wrestler, while Daniel Bryan was an active wrestler. Now, a couple of years later, he's retired. And he's going in on The Miz for being, he doesn't think he's a good worker. He doesn't think he's a good wrestler. He can't wrestle for shit. He's always, why is The Miz always shitting on indie guys? He doesn't know what it's like to work your way from the bottom, blah, 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 blah. And The Miz hits him with like a reality check. Because at this moment, it was very true. The Miz was over. Probably one of the best heel talkers on the mic. Even now, he still got it. One of the best heels, one of the safest workers, and a worker never got hurt. Up until this time, he had not been hurt, and he had already been wrestling for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't been hurt, never hurt anyone in the ring. Had more championships than Daniel Bryan. Had more title runs and longer title runs than Daniel Bryan. And he hits him with, you say that you're this and that, but yet you're there behind the desk and in the back. I'm in front of everyone's eyes on me. So you tell me when blah 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 blah, and it got so heated they were just going in each other's face. And the Miz hit the best promo of his life, his pipe bomb essentially, right on Daniel Bryan, telling him, and he's just going off, and you can see him just pissed off. It wasn't staged. It wasn't any Renee Paquette, John Mox's wife, is there, and you can see him. They're like, what just happened? Because they're just going off, and the Miz just goes off on him, and it was one of the best promos, and I think that just solidified Miz is one of the best heels in the business. So that one stood out to me. It still catapulted that career, and when Daniel Bryan finally did come back, and of course his first run back from retirement was in WWE. That was it, Earth's champion with his wooden belt.
Yep.
His first match, I would say not match, first program was The Miz, and they put on some bangers, and it was, like very contrasted wrestling styles, and I enjoyed it. So that's my number 2. Still sticks out to this day. Nito?
Shout out to Graveyard Tramp in the chat, Twitch chat. Love The Miz. Crying emojis.
I gotta love The Miz. Great heel. Great heel.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I enjoyed watching some of his work. Some of his work was really good, especially when he was able to capture the spinning championship. His first
He turned
one.
it around.
Mm-hmm.
Turned it around and locked it in place.
And locked it.
Oh,
yep.
that was good.
Locked the bearing so it couldn't spin no more. Yep. Oh yeah.
What's your number 2 promo, Fern?
My number 2 promo. I wasn't allowed to talk about one of my favorite promos, which is the pipe bomb. So that was my other that I wanted to do. But instead I got a better one. CM Punk versus The Rock. And we're talking Royal Rumble, the pre setup for Royal Rumble in 2013. The Rock was coming back to fight for the championship one more time. CM Punk was hot. Over 400 days as champ. And this is one that they were leading up to. And this is the promo. It went on and on. The Rock did his thing, but Punk's part was the one that got me. You're playing Little League with your little insults and your rhymes and your millions and millions and your finalies. And I'm in the big league swinging for the fence. You need to understand that your little jabs and your little insults, it's all kiddie games. You can't leave a mark on the champ's face. Come Royal Rumble, understand that when you step in the ring, your arms are just too short to box with God. Fucking fire. Fucking fire. The Rock's face, when he's saying that, he's just didn't know where to go from there. Because he's never been on the mic with someone like CM Punk. Now, we all know Punk lost. It ended his reign championship 434 days. Most of it was with Paul Heyman by his side, but it was a good
Of
run,
course.
and it was a good lead up to that match. And then of course The Rock beat him, and then I believe it was a Monday night after he changed the belt to the Scratch Championship logo. It went from the spinning belt
Right.
because The Rock said, "Hey, yeah," he said, "Championship belts aren't supposed to do this spinning shit," and he threw it and brought out and debuted the new one with the removable side pieces for whoever's
And
holding the belt.
anyone could hold the belt. And
So
that's clever, you
who
know.
has the belt can label it. This is my belt because it puts their side plates on. I mean, hey man, it was a good match. I mean, it was a lot of back and forth. I mean, you have two great talkers on the mic. I cannot, as much as I'm not a fan of The Rock, I can still say that he, he has his moments with the mic where he gives great promos. Can't take that away from him. But just the fact that he met someone like CM Punk and went toe to toe on that, Punk is harder on the mic, hands down.
Let me ask y'all a question. I guess we can end it maybe right here. Is what do you feel makes memorable promo realistically, y'all?
When you blend a little bit of reality with the storytelling.
It's nice.
When you put heart into it and the reality of what Cody's saying, because you want to make them feel. If you can't make them feel with the words that you're saying, the whole promo could be fake. But if you believe what you're saying and you convey that through with the message you're putting through, that's what sticks to us.
And I'll quote Booker T on this one in a recent podcast. He said, "It's not about how well you can fight. It's about how well you can move people and their emotions while you're in the ring, whether you're talking or you're wrestling." So I think that still holds true for a solid promo. If you can't do those and you can't capture the fan, you can never get over. And a lot of wrestlers are great wrestlers. They're fantastic wrestlers, but and if you can't hit a promo, you can never go anywhere. You can never sell merch. You can never be the face of a company. And I feel like one of those people would be Cesaro. Cesaro's a great wrestler. He just can't talk on the mic, and that's his only downfall.
He needs a valet. He needs a manager.
Develop. Exactly.
He needs a mouthpiece. Yep.
Well, of course, if you're A to Z replica belts, you can't sell the correct belt because you're a piece of shit. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Recap Mania. Of course, we are Recap Mania.